go. There's obviously a survivor in here as well. Two doors behind you. One's actually not been here. That's chance. Hoping that's not going to ball someone else up.
Ah, the fucking gate closed. God damn. Oh my god.
Let's go. She can lock me at the door and I'll turn the car battery off. Where's the car battery? Yeah. Over here. Great. Oh no. You gotta stay still for this. Oh no, this ain't good. This is coming. Oh my god. Come on. I don't know what she's doing right now. She must think that we're still inside there. We've not opened this door. Come on. Wait. Ah! It's so close! That's it, let's go! We out. Oh wow. Wow, see that's truly time is of the essence with this game sometimes, man. That grandpa scream, I should have been a little bit quicker on the battery there. Almost messed it up. Almost denied us both escaping there. There's only one left. Anna. And I don't think she knows where we've escaped from. I think when you're the last survivor, automatically your health starts draining. Oh, it's on the time limit? Okay. At least she's died here in a safe spot. This can be the most painful thing when two people have already escaped through a battery or a generator side. You know, the killer goes past, and 80% of the time, they're just going to stay in that one area thinking that the other person's got to come around. And that's when you've got to change up the tactic. Two people escaped one way and there's a killer there. I tried to get the valve. The fuse box is another good shout. You'd be surprised how many killers will sort of stay in the same area. I know that is kind of RNG on how people play. Whenever you're moving without crouching, Cook's always going to be able to spot you. If he's got that ability to level 3, yeah, not good. Let's just sit in the bush here. Straight up, just play valve, really. I wouldn't even go for the battery exit. Going for the battery exit is still doable, but you'd have to sit there for ages. Make sure that the killer's completely left, and then turn off the battery. But easier said than done, right? When you're panicking. As soon as you're the last survivor, you gotta know that a lot of killers, they're just gonna rush level 5 and
the least was out there for
like, what, last minute? To guard certain areas. Good to go battery here, that might be a shout. And Cook can't actually lock that door.
I want to say they have me.
You've got to sit here, man, and not move. Got it, man, I believe. I do believe. There's the valve again. Could go for the valve. We'll go just at the valve as well so she can see where it is. Quite a good perk, man. I don't ever underestimate them sort of objective perks. I feel like you should always have at least one on, with the valve one being one of the best. But I've noticed now that a lot of killers will turn off that valve straight away. Strategy, what I've seen a lot of people do to me, is they'll turn on the valve and just sit in the corner and wait. Then as soon as one of the killers actually comes down, because it takes a while for the gates to actually open, backstab them, waste a bit of time, bonk.
I doubt it.
Grandpa's max now though. I mean, this is it, when Grandpa's max level 5, you'll be able to do nothing. Then run, Anna. Let's run. Could possibly go for the stab on him as well, I think. I've definitely seen people escape situations like this. You'd go for the stab on Grandpa, go back down to basement, and then just try to get a really quick exit out. She's got her ability as well, she can take damage here. Oh, she actually has the stack on? Oh? Okay. She's going to go straight basement, turn the valve on. You can be seen at all times, man. It just don't feel doable, does it? I'm guessing that she's going to save her ability for when she wants to run out the gate. If she can remember when.
So that's a bit kind of.
Let's see. I think this Grandpa's stone has actually gone off it. She could camp and go for a backstab. Probably kills that. Pretty stupid. They can come down to now. That's what I'm saying. You know when I was showing you in the last video with Julie, why I unlock all them doors? It's kind of for situations like this. Because she can't just open the door there. Right on her tail, man. I think she should get out. You need to do a door slam here. She can try. Just dodge that. Don't forget her ability actually grants immunity to that. Oh no. Oh no, she's doomed, man. They're gonna block that door. She could use that. Oh no, you're dead. Oh! Oh man. Okay. I mean, that's kind of fun with 11 base. He's just attacking, but he won't even. Yeah. Nice try though, man. Ah. What is going on, you lot? Midi here. We're going to be talking about Julie today. There is one victim that I feel like is slightly underrated a little bit. Obviously, you've got Connie's ability, being able to lockpick and just go straight through the doors. But then Connie is picked 90% of the time, and Julie's a really good alternative to Connie. She's got one of the highest stealths in the game. The less noise you're going to make when looking for lockpicks, when opening up crawl spaces, just pretty much interacting with anything in the game. With this build, you can almost get max proficiency and stealth, and you can just go around the map and do everything while making zero noise. Of course, in solo queue, when you're playing with randoms, probably someone else is going to wake Grandpa early on. I feel like it's her role to open up every single crawl space in the basement. Then when you finally leave the basement, you can do everything a lot more quiet up there, which is kind of clutch. Pretty perks that I'm running with her is the highly skilled, so you can increase your proficiency. Sneaky Stinky Pete, where you can actually increase your stealth even more. And then choose Fly, which I think is one of the strongest stamina perks in the game. It kind of makes up for her lack of stamina. She's got quite low toughness though. I am thinking, how many points do you truly need in proficiency and stealth for it to be high enough? I mean, you could probably take a few points out of here. Just for this video, I want to see what it's actually like, you know, trying to roll with almost max efficiency and stealth. Her main ability is Ultimate Escape, so when you activate this, grant you immunity to tracking from the Cook and Johnny, while greatly reducing the amount of stamina that's used while running. And I just want to talk about the skill tree for a second, because a lot of you have commented this, you know, it's kind of my mistake really. From what you guys are telling me, the bonuses don't actually stack. So if you get level 1 at 50%, and then you get level 2 at 75%, the 50 and the 75 don't stack on. If this is the case, then this is flawed in a way. A lot of you are saying you should always start with a different level 1 perk, you know, and then obviously get the 75% if you want it that way, if they don't stack. So you could get the ability last for a lot longer, maybe get the reduced stamina, and then you can go for the reduced cooldown or something like that, or go into the top right again. I do feel like this tree is flawed if they don't stack. I mean, essentially that is massively pointless, but let me know what you think about it. You're just going to be able to do a lot in the game without making barely any noise, and you're going to be quite quick with it too. So we're going to jump into a game, we're going to see how effective this build actually is. As always, make sure you guys leave a like on the video, damn chat out, jeez! And if there's a victim or family member you want me to look at next, let me know. I think Sunny's going to be next on the list, because he is super underrated. Let's get into a game. Alright, let's do it, boys. Oh my god, look at the stealth. Look at the stealth meter. No noise. Only everyone could run this in the game. You practically make zero noise, right? Yep. You're going to be getting bone scratched with that, not even touching the noise meter. And then you've got the proficiency, which is going to speed it up even more. So I do feel like it's Julie's job a little bit, just to try and open the crawl spaces. Maybe get some of the doors unlocked. We just do a lot. And don't forget as well, you get XP for doing all this. So unlocking doors. Actually, you get XP for... That's the only problem with the build. You know what I mean? Solo queue life. They're going to be waking up Grandpa regardless. I do feel like it is kind of meta nowadays to just rush. Get a bone scratch, get a lockpicks, try to get our basement as quickly as you can. I feel like only on family house you can have a bit of an issue when you rush. Just to see what hitchhiker comes down, you're in trouble. Well, we need to actually... There we go. Right, to get a lockpick. Look at that. Done. He's opened as well. Just do anything, can't make a noise. Even when Leatherface is quite near, I'm actually getting out of it quick. I don't know if the stealth would affect the lockpicking though, eh? I don't know. I guess it does a little bit. Door open. Let's open that. You know, Connie wanting to do the lockpick, don't worry about it. Leave your lockpick. Don't have a time up there. I mean, look at the time it's taken here, we can just rush. You do get points for cutting down, so... Give me my XP! Yeah, give me my damn XP! If you guys are wondering how you can level up quick, just do everything you can. I'm going to stay down here and unlock one more door. I don't think it's anything worse than when a survivor's trying to escape a killer, they jump down and the door's locked. Just trying to help the team out like that. Go! Actually can use this exit too. Yeah, down the basement. Oh, this is one of the best. This is probably one of the most stealthiest basement exits I've seen in the game. The gas station. Look at this. And at night time too. Just never get seen in these bushes. Gonna have another cool space building. Looks like someone's over there. If they're going for battery straight away, or that's the killer. Door open for now. Oh Might go for the fuse exit. Alright, Leland's in here. I'm still trying to learn the spawns for the damn fuses on this map. This is like, I know where the valves spawn, but the fuses I always get mixed up. Like that. Door. Double check, make sure I can use it.
What's this?
Okay, well, I've got a valve. So another thing that's really good with Julie with the stealth. Alright, well, that was lucky. That was very lucky. I locked that door and just moved over to this corner. I was about to move out of there if I didn't see the valve. Okay. Normally there's a few spots for the valve. One could spawn right there in the back of the house. Another's in the corner directly where I'm looking. Another one can spawn near the house. I feel like the valve exit is quite dangerous. It's a really good distraction. Just turn it on, run off,
bro.
maybe go for another exit.
For sure, that should not be able to equal to my fucking fist.
Oh, is Leland doing it? Of course he is. Of course he is. This is what they do, they're ballsy. They're going to be doing plays like this all the time. Oh.
Dude, I am clicking L1 again. Don't fucking smash.
Right.
God damn.
He's kind of good. He's kind of took the aggro off me for a second. Ow.
Dude,
I feel like I've got lucky twice there. I try to get in bushes that are not as common for them to walk through. Okay. Ow. They beat me to it. Let's have a look. You hold that for me. See that, boys? Right, he's opened up the valve. We've got battery exit, I'm pretty sure. I'm really hoping.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't know what gate he's actually opened it. Right,
How does it fucking counter me
give
at
us a
this
little bit of
point,
stamina.
bro?
Don't forget, we've got that passive too.
You got Brig, you got Junkie.
The other gate.
Sigma's not really countering me.
When our stamina goes down to the bottom, boom. So we use our passive there, we've got 3 charges. Let's go. We can outrun Hitchhiker with this, it's perfect. Look at this. This is why it's one of the best boats in the game, they can't catch her. We just run forever, look. And we're home free. Okay. Let's just go. Sometimes I like to waste a little bit of time now. I was going to slam in with the damn gate door or whatever. See what everyone else is doing. You can see, look, Leland's put himself in a really bad predicament. I mean, he went for the stab on Grandpa, which is huge. But at the same time, you've got to make sure you can evade. If not, you're in big trouble. I mean, luckily, Leatherface ain't broke all of this, so he can actually hang around in basement for a bit. Well, Sonny's pretty much left. Just Leland. I mean, he's got battery exit that he can go to now. He turns the battery back on, and then he's got gas station exit. I mean, we'll get out of the basement first. Yeah, I'm doing the MW2 gas station. Open. Thing is, he's in a party as well, so even if I talk in game chat, he's not going to hear me. Okay. Done my part. I know what you guys are thinking. How you type so fast, mate? I had to reply back to them MW2 messages years ago. Also got the speed. Texted on Xbox. Oh no. Close, this is just poisoned a health potion. He's just drunk it. It's going to be highlighted for a bit now. He's still got a barge ability though. He can get out. Chicken right there, man. Right. See, only a true Leland player would have actually stabbed that. We might be able to get out. You just go straight to the gas station. Look, you've got a nice little route when you go in there. As soon as that door's open, then boom, when you're the last survivor, you can see where all the killers are. Actually, a massive advantage. I mean, he's got the barge ability. Not much HP though. I'd still play it safe at this point. Oh, you got this. Oh! Go, that's it. Easy. Out. He's good. Just don't do anything. Don't troll. Don't go. No! Oh, no! No! What are you doing? Look at Sissy's face! Oh my god, that is the biggest Leland moment I've ever seen. Just leave! I know you wanted to do the barge, just go, man! Oh my god. Oh, Leland is truly a meme, I must say.
I think I'll kill a fucking monkey. It doesn't get on.
I'm good. Good? Okay. Yeah. Alright. I'm cool, calm, collected. I think I'm scared. You think I'm scared of this game? Like, I'm yeah. We got DJ Khaled in the game. Why is this a scheme? Where'd he go? No, we're finding him. Hold on. Yeah, DJ Khaled? Yes. Tell him to bring out the lock, dude. Hurry. I mean, that was Master Splinter, no? No, that's Foxy. Oh, no, that is Master Splinter. No, that's Remy on. That's who that is. Anyone can come. Jesse, we need to come. Jesse, we need to come. Nice and slow. Stop it. Stop. You're not safe. You did that to me. Book of Saw, all our favorite horror movies. I'm James Agent East, and today we're looking at Spiral from the Book of Saw, released in 2021 after a year-long delay due to COVID. Spiral is the 9th film in the Saw franchise, but according to the filmmakers, it's not a Saw movie. It's not a strict reboot either. Everything that happened before is still happening, but it's a sort of standalone film, a new chapter from the Book of Saw. Those familiar with Saw know that the first 7 films were one unbroken Byzantine story, and I loved it. The 8th film, Jigsaw, was a bit of a soft reboot, ignoring most of the convoluted lore, but still focusing on John Kramer, the Jigsaw killer. Although Spiral acknowledges Kramer's existence, it has an independent storyline friendly to viewers. You don't need to see the first 8 films to enjoy it. In fact, I'd say Spiral buries John Kramer 5 films after we saw him die. Rest in peace, you sanctimonious bastard, John Kramer. 5 films after we saw him die. Rest in peace, you sanctimonious bastard. Though its story is disconnected, Spiral was made by Saw veterans, including several producers who have worked on every single film. Darren Lynn Bousman was hired to direct, returning to the franchise after a 4-film absence. While James Wan directed the original Saw, Bousman took over to do Saws 2, 3, and 4, meaning he solidified the Saw look and style, which he brings to Spiral with some alterations that make it feel more modern, like having songs on the soundtrack by 21 Savage. Bousman clearly loves the series, and it's to Spiral's benefit that he returned as David Wilson's ruined with the other films. Also returning to the franchise are screenwriters Josh Stolberg and Peter Goldfinger, who wrote Jigsaw. They had been writing Jigsaw 2, which would have delved into more John Kramer backstory, when Saw producers Mark Berg and Orrin Holes told them to drop everything they were doing. Chris Rock had mentioned that he'd love to do a Saw film, and Lionsgate Vice Chairman Michael Burns said, let it be so. Only 6 months after Rock pitched the idea at a birthday party in Brazil, a script was written. Rock, who was also an executive producer, wanted a Saw movie that combined police procedurals with bits of humor sprinkled in. Something like a cross between 7 and 48 hours. He told the writers to write a straightforward Saw movie and that he would provide all the comedy. Don't give me a draft where you're writing me a line that you think is funny. I'll take care of that part. Though there are plenty of funny moments, and the comedy isn't overdone, a lot of Rock's humor falls flat for me. The rest of the screenplay is even worse. While cop plots have always been a part of the franchise, they usually only take up half the film, with the other half devoted to sick and twisted trap plots. In Spiral, the cop plot is the whole kit and caboodle. I like that it uses police corruption, especially since it was made before the summer of 2020. Because of that, it doesn't feel like it's trying to exploit a hot topic. Still, it doesn't engage with that theme in any meaningful way, and the characters and story beats are cliche and uninteresting. In fact, as it goes on, Spiral becomes the unthinkable, a boring Saw movie. Full disclosure, Chelsea and I promoted Spiral when it first came out, with a video highlighting 5 things we loved about the movie. I stand by those 5 things and everything I said in that video. We wouldn't mind it, but I'll admit, I'd have had a hard time coming up with a 6th item, because outside of the strengths we talked about there, I wasn't a fan of this movie. Maybe I'm just too attached to the first 6 films and the soap opera spot, but Spiral ultimately left me disappointed, wanting more from my beloved Saw. No matter how connected it is to the rest of the series, a Saw movie's gonna have tons of gore. That's why today's episode is sponsored by Bright Cellar. We're halfway through spooky season, but other holidays are right around the corner. As good a reason as any to stock up on wine, especially when you can count on the wine being tailored to your personal tastes. A quick little wine quiz helps Bright Cellars determine the best bottles to send to you, and it only gets better the more you use them. I rated my previous bottles, and the ones I got this time around were even tastier. As always, the selection included informational cards, allowing me to learn while I imbibe. Knowledge. You can get 4 bottles conveniently delivered to your door, packaged packaging that's completely recyclable and plastic-free by visiting the link in this video's description. There, you'll take the wine case and get 60% off your first order. That's a huge saving. Just follow the link in the video description. Take their simple plans and get started. Much like the Necronomicon, the Book of Saw is probably written in blood. Let's see what our ink supplies look like and get to the kills. The movie begins with fireworks. Hide your dogs in trauma, y'all. Some straw-hatted mofo was walking around a carnival when he sees a guy in an Uncle Sam get-up steal a woman's purse. Never trust those Uncle Sams, always trying to steal and/or murder. The man who looks like he's vacationing in Cuba reveals himself as police, Detective Boswick. He chases the thief through the crowd and assumed they had to shoot guerrilla style since they never got a permit to film at this actual carnival. Boswick winds up in a tunnel underground where the star-spangled suspect transforms into a hunky hunk of plastic. Boswick gets bagged and wakes up with his hands bound. Oh, and also, his tongue's in a vice. And he's in a subway tunnel. Not a great sitch, but there is a TV. It's got Netflix, dude.
Hello, Detective Boswick. I want to play a game.
This seems more like a Hulu show. It's a pig in a rope with a jigsaw-like tape, but with a noticeably new voice.
It is up to you to decide if this will be your final stop.
The filmmakers considered using Jigsaw's voice, but rightfully determined that it wouldn't make any sense, seeing about that dude's been dead for over a decade now. They ended up going with a computer-generated voice, which I actually like. It's off-putting. Good to be back in the old saw trap again. If we're being honest, feels like a warm horror hug. Boswick, a crooked cop, can save himself by dropping it, letting his lying tongue get ripped out. Otherwise, say hello to trains. You all know what happens next, folks. This is shot like a saw trap, it bleeds like a saw trap, and eventually it kills like a saw trap. Boswick does drop from the ladder, but too late to save himself, so I'd say he got the worst of both worlds. Stop to think about it. If this trap seems simpler than some of those from the other Saw films, that's intentional. After all, John Kramer was an engineer and could design elaborate torture devices. The new Jigsaw copycat killer doesn't have that expertise. The traps had to make sense, and as always, be built in a way to work in real life.
Then they go to engineers, literal engineers, to figure out, would this really work?
They couldn't shoot in a real subway tunnel, so they faked it with forced perspective. Those are matte paintings back there, with minor visual effects added to help sell the trick. It's also the same background for both directions of the scene. When they needed to get the opposing angle, they just turned actor Dan Petronievich around. He had to bite down on a fake tongue.
Come on.
Since that made his mouth look big, more visual effects were used to make it look normal-sized. Finally, visual effects were used for the subway train and to make the moment of impact happen.
Reaper's a tank killer,
digital
can't say
effects
shit,
was
same
led
with
by John
Soundberg.
Hampton,
Someone
who's
counted
worked on
that
the
as well.
franchise since part 3. The practical effects, like Boswick's prosthetic head, were made by Francois Dagenet, who's been with the series since Saw 2. Dagenet has also worked on Hannibal, made the Toot Child from Channel Zero, and recently did effects on the new Chucky series. What a legend. Chris Rock plays Detective Zeke Bay, who likes to go undercover so he can practice his stand-up.
Who the fuck is nicer than Forrest Gump? His best friend was a nigger and a white boy with no legs.
As mentioned, Rock wrote all of his own comedic lines, and in his opening scene, he was going for a Reservoir Dogs like a virgin kind of conversation. It doesn't really work for me, but I like the 21 Savage song playing. When he's not stinging criminal operations that were already about to get stung, Zeke's at the police station getting yelled at by Captain Garza. She's played by Marisol Nichols, now famous for Riverdale, but who had a small role in Scream 2 when she first got started. That's fun. Even though his dad used to be chief of police, Zeke's an outcast among the officers for breaking the blue wall of silence.
12 years ago, I turned in a dirty cop.
Since then, everyone hates him for being a so-called rat. He hates them right back. You can tell by the whip-smart dialogue.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Garza assigns Zeke a partner, rookie detective William Shank, played by Max Minghella. The parent, quite an honor for the young lad.
Your dad's the reason for all of this. He's why I want to do this in the first place.
Shank is subjected to more Chris Rock stand-up as they head to the subway crime scene in a great long one-take that even goes down a bunch of stairs. Love the shot, don't love all of Rock's jokes.
Women cheating in the daytime. You can ride a lot of dick before dusk.
They find the splatter and tongueless remains, but don't learn that they belong to a fellow officer until Zeke gets a Robinate blue box with a beat-up USB drive inside. Yeah, just plug that thing into a computer on the police station's network. That's great cybersecurity. A voice tells Zeke that it's going to help him clean up the police force. The cops recognize the spiral in the video as Jigsaw's, and since John Kramer's dead, this could be a copycat killer. They find the spiral painted on the courthouse wall, along with another box from Tiffany's wedged in the window. This one's got a tongue in it, like this were Blair Witch or some shit, as well as Detective Boswick's police badge. Zeke gets enraged because because he was Boswick's friend, apparently not knowing that Bos was a corrupt cop who lied on the stand. When Zeke gets home, he pulls a gun on his dad.
You out of your fucking mind? I could have killed you.
What are you talking about? I got the gun.
I could have killed you.
Retired police chief Marcus Banks is played by Samuel L. Jackson, of course, who agreed to be in this movie because Chris Rock was a part of it. That means we get to hear him say lines like this.
Jigsaw copycat.
Yeah, Jigsaw! Glad Jackson's here for one of the funnier scenes of the film, as Zeke jokes about how distant his father is.
I saw you out front the other day. You nodded at me like we were the only two black guys in the mall.
Marcus leaves Zeke alone in his very Saw-style industrial apartment, and he flashes back to the time he turned in his corrupt partner. Zeke has found a man dead, shot by his partner Dunleavy, who lied and said it was done in self-defense. The detectives stew over the case in a scene that gives us our only helping of Tobin Bell in this installment. Hope you like these stills, they're all we're getting. While Zeke stays late looking at these red thread Homeland boards, a cop named Fitch looks at Citykin's police state camera. He recognizes the Uncle Sam who led Boz to the trap. It's a local drug addict named Benny Wright. Fitch goes to an abandoned building where Benny usually hangs, giving us more industrial Saw settings bathed in classic blue Saw light. Though Spiral occasionally emulates its predecessors with scenes that are blue or green, Bousman intentionally tried to differentiate its look to somewhat separated from the series. That's why so many of the scenes are in crowds or take place during the day. It's in contrast to old Saw movies that feel much more claustrophobic. He also replaced shaky handheld shots and quick cuts with longer takes and fluid movements on steady cams and cranes. For a color palette, Bousman went with something warmer than usual to match the overbearing summer heat of Spiral's setting. Helping him with the look was cinematographer Jordan Oram, who had previously done short films and music videos for Drake. For his first feature film, Oram used sepia filters, glimmer glass, and Vaseline on the lenses.
Experimental filters. I've also put Vaseline on the lens a couple times just to give a bit more texture to the film.
Fitch goes to wake Benny up, but instead gets off here. Then he gets bagged around the face and wakes up to...
Sorry, I hate this game again.
Hi. What doing? What doing?
I'm playing Overwatch.
I'll go on the bit.
Now I'm starting to hate this game again. More of the people.
I ain't gonna lie, I was like, I'm really gonna go right now.
It's just the fact that people always counter pick is fucking infuriating. I play Roadhog, I'm doing good Roadhog. Then you get a Reaper, a Sombra, and a fucking Ana. And a Wrecking Ball. Fuck this game. Literally, I'm not even doing that. Okay, I was carrying, but in the beginning, I wasn't even doing good Roadhog. And guess what? Reaper, Ana, Sombra. Fuck this game.
My kill. I ain't gonna lie, this should make it like we can switch like let's go on.
Infuriating. No, it is whenever you get counter picked by 3 people. And you're playing the worst tank in the fucking game.
Love worst tank. I heard Orisa was a pretty good tank right now.
Orisa's always been good.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
Like one of the best, if not the best.
Well, I never really cared. Right now I'm just playing Doofus and Roadhog.
You fucking pussy.
Yo,
You're hiding in the ground.
Damn.
Well, I was trying to sniper, bro. I was missing all my shots. Yeah, so you.
Bitch. Oh, shit. Bam. Get fucking reality, bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
The burger was okay?
Yeah.
Was it better having more seasoning, or was it? Cause I know it had a little more seasoning and I could taste it. Better, or it don't really matter?
And they swap. They don't really matter.
I'll bring you guys back in that.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Does Zarya counter Doomfist? Fuck this game.
So what about that?
Does she counter Doomfist?
Not really.
Thought so.
There's only one character for the counter moves.
Roadhog.
Maybe.
No, he does.
You can open while he's running, you can fist up. Yeah, I guess. I was talking about
I know. I am not slamming. I'm clicking the button again. And I get hit by a fucking biotic grenade. Sick. Ah! Fuck.
I just passed away.
Why are they still finding this in that old flashpoint?
What the fuck? Why am I so not hitting, bro? This ain't that good.
When did Torb get there? God, I hate Flashpoint. Who the fuck hit me?
You're fucking pussy, bro.
Fuck me, bro. Can't do anything. Damn it, fucking missed. Fucking missed. Hello. Bitch.
Oh, fucking wait, what is that? That was a sniper. you gotta be kidding me. What the fuck?
I was in the fucking air. I hate Torbjorn.
We are the true arbiters of the nebula.
Oh my god. You bitch ass.
That's the power punch, you bitch. How the fuck she survive that? That's a game. Fuck, I missed.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Someone shot me. I think just dive on his ass, bro. Nope, didn't do. Thankfully he wasted his ult, basically. Oh, dude. Wasted their ult and died. Fuck yeah.
Come on, bitch.
Should I want to go to the objective. Not that. Fuck me. Kill that bitch! God damn. What a throw? What? Said what a throw, I'm sure.
What the fuck?
That's down tired, but I put the garbage 3 bags under the whiteboard, strawberry board, so wherever you can next little bit.